Good morning. It's Easter Sunday and it's dawn and it's lovely and quiet. You can see the moon. All I can hear is the birds. Plane. Good morning. Welcome to Sunday. Happy Easter. Let us rejoice. I'm not sure why. Why are they rejoicing on Easter? Oh yeah, all that nasty business. New life has come upon the earth. Let us celebrate. Yeah, it's a quiet morning, very quiet. Although not as quiet as I thought it was going to be. I could still sort of hear a little bit of traffic. I'm wondering what those people are doing, where they're going, what's happening. Even though we're meant to be on complete lockdown, social distancing and all of that, one of the neighbours that we don't know, knocked at our door and asked us when we'll be cutting our eucalyptus down. And Paul said to her, well, we were planning on lopping it, but plans changed because of the lockdown. She said, well, do you know when you'll be doing it? And Paul said, well, hold on one moment, I'll call the government and ask them. Really? Really? We think some of the neighbours are actually going slightly bonkers. Anyway, beautiful morning, very calm. And this morning actually reminded me of how much I've always enjoyed this time of day, even as a child. I remember, as quite a small child, sneaking out very, very early before anybody was awake, going into the back garden and looking for fairy rings in the grass, because my grandma had told me to look for them. And of course I used to find them. And I remember, I probably said this before, but I remember it felt like such a different world. I even occasionally ventured into the street, you know, in my little dressing gown and my slippers, just to look around and feel this different atmosphere, you know. And I still feel like that now. I was quite an imaginative child. We were always up to something as children, always doing something, putting on a show. We opened a cafe once, a magazine. My friend Lisa, who follows us on Planet Vegetaria, she will vouch for that because she was usually involved. We've known each other since small children. Putting on a carnival, raising money for charity. We were always doing something. And I think that's great for kids to be able to exercise their imaginations and just do what they need to do. We were given quite a lot of freedom as kids, I think, thinking about it. It was the 70s, you know, so there was a lot less traffic. There seemed like there was a lot less danger, although we were always being told to be careful. Yeah, happy times. It kind of feels a bit like the 70s now, with it being so quiet. So, yay! Yay for the positives of lockdown. Lockdown loveliness. So, We'll see you later for Sunday chat, hopefully sooner rather than later. Internet speeds pending. So have a good morning. Bye for now. Well, I've popped to the top of the house because there's just been a big rumble of thunder. I'm assuming it's coming from that direction. Hi, morning, it's Bank Holiday Monday. Where are my warmers? Hold on. I need my hand warmers. I've got them. My turtle doves. I love them. Turtle dove gloves. I'm wearing my silky trousers from Barmouth and matching socks to go with the pink. I know, even on lockdown I'm coordinated. How lovely. So, welcome to Bank Holiday Monday vlog. It's breezy, it's cold, but it's sunny again. After that stormy weather we had yesterday, it was lovely. Managed to get a couple of claps. Yeah, claps of thunder. So I just thought I'd bring you along for a sort of extra special Bank Holiday Monday crochet special. Yes, because I'm crocheting. I'm continuing with the scarf and I'm now on a double row, a double crochet row. That won't mean anything to you if you're not a crocheter like I am now. It's a special club. And I was thinking to myself how interesting it was to learn, because I learned a little while ago looking at videos on YouTube. But it did take me a while, I have to say, to get used to it, to get used to how the hands kind of have to be to crochet. It's so different to knitting. And, you know, a few of you did say, oh, you'll get used to it. And I was like, oh, God, you know, I don't think I will, actually. It's really difficult. And I did find it fiddly, but I found it easier with a larger crochet hook. And I think one of you actually suggested that. And I do find it easier. And I've also kind of started to get used to how the tension needs to be. And when they talk about tension, it's kind of not about how tight it should be, but how loose it should be. And I'm discovering that it's much easier to keep things loose. So, you know, I thought I would do some crochet and bring you along for the ride and just chat, you know, make it a bit of a sort of bank holiday special. Do you know what I mean? Well, why not? I mean, I can talk, I can crochet at the same time, as long as I concentrate. Actually, once you've done it quite a few times, a single and a double crochet, especially if you're doing a scarf, you're literally doing it hundreds and hundreds of times. You really learn, and it's a good way, actually. A scarf is a good starting project. Ooh, there's a hair. It's not a pubic hair, no. It's not. I was going to wonder what a pubic hair was doing on my crochet. Paul hasn't been pleasuring himself against my project. Oh, he's out. I can't ask him. I'm sure he hasn't. It was a joke. God. So I was thinking about it and I thought, maybe I should do a beginner's instructional video about it. Because even though I learned using the YouTube videos, it took me a good few goes to really get to grips with it, because the way in which some of them describe the moves you have to do, the way in which they describe them isn't particularly helpful from some videos, because I don't think they're actually qualified crochet trainers. I was a trainer, so maybe I could bring my training expertise to the crochet table. I don't know, maybe I can, maybe I can't. But I was thinking, what would I call my instructional video? And I was thinking, what kind of themes could I use? First of all, I thought maybe I could do something where I'm whinging about things and call it the crotchety crocheter. No? Okay. Then I thought maybe I could put a sort of Easter or Christmas spin on it and call it something like Christ I Can Crochet and I Didn't Even Know It. No? Okay. Or I could, oh, hold on a second, Richard, what have you done? I haven't done anything. No, it's fine. It's fine. No, that's fine. Is that the one? Oh, hold on. Because I've been talking, I've lost my flow. No, it's that one. Oh, no. Oh, hold on a second. Let me just adjust my tension. That's better. Lovely. Got it. Or I thought I could put sort of disco gay. Oh, I've gone and. The good thing about crochet is actually picking up a mistake is much easier than knitting. No, it is. And when you learn something from scratch, you really learn how to pick up your mistakes. And I've kind of learned, I think, how to deal with my mistakes. There we are, done, lovely. Let me just do this one and then I'll share with you the final. Oh, I've done that wrong again. No, I can crochet. No, I can. I've done all of this. It's because I'm talking. I don't normally talk. It's normally a meditative state that I get into. It's better than yoga. No, it is. I'm sure I transcendentally meditated on a piece of crochet yesterday. No, I'm sure I did. Maybe I could become the yogi of crochet. That's another idea. Meditative crochet. Let me just leave that there. Now the other idea was maybe perhaps a disco theme with a glitter ball, some pumping disco beats and flashing lights, and call it something like, yes sir, I can crochet, but I need a certain yarn. Yes sir, I can crochet, but I need a certain yarn. I can crochet, crochet, woshay, all night long. Oh, sorry about that. I got carried away there. The problem is with disco, as soon as it comes into a gay person's head, they just can't contain themselves. Anyway, what are you doing today? Anything as glamorous as making a gorgeous teal crocheted scarf like I am? Let me know in the comments below. Yes. Anyway, I better go and carry on with this really, because it won't do itself. I mean, I'm not a crochet machine. Not yet. Although I'm quite fast. When I get going, I'm quite speedy, actually. And it's quite nice because you do kind of get into this sort of lovely rhythm. But unlike knitting, you kind of have to look at what you're doing. I do anyway. I'm sure there are some crocheters that don't. But with knitting, I can look away. I can glance at the TV to see what Angela Lansbury's doing. Because it's usually Angela Lansbury, no Ball. He's out at the plot, doing stuff. Doing lots. He's worked really hard. And I think this lockdown has been a bit of a boost for him in terms of getting things done. I think it's a bit of a motivator. It's a good job they didn't shut the allotment, actually. Well, Paul would have been instrumental in that decision anyway, and he wouldn't have made such a stupid decision as to stop people from growing their own food during a crisis. Really? I mean, you can't do that, can you? Can't take that liberty away from people. Oh, whoops. Anyway, I'm going to carry on. I've got some tea there, which is going cold rapidly. And I'm going to carry on with this, and I'll show it to you when I've finished. God, give me a chance. I only actually need to do, I think, because let's have a look. Let's just look before I carry on and go into my transcendental state. Look, you see, that's the beginning there. That's a single crochet there. And that's a double crochet there. And then there's another single. And then I'm starting on this other double. This is quite nice, isn't it? I think it's quite stylish. Stylish, sexy. You have to pull it to shape it once you've finished. So there we are. I'm carrying on now. Leave me in peace. Yes, sir, I can crochet. I'm gonna sing. Bye. Good evening and welcome to this evening's mini vlog with me, Richard. What time is it? It's about 7 o'clock-ish, I think. We've just had dinner. Paul made a lovely vegetable chili, and he used the leftovers of the bolognese that he cooked the other night. Spiced it up, added kidney beans. Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. You've got a lovely chili. Delicious, with brown rice. Nutritional goodness as well. So it's Tuesday, which means I did my morning stint, my 9 till 12 stint at the office as required to open up should there be any need for things like medication to be dispensed. In actual fact, it was good that I was there because there were a few issues that needed to be dealt with. So we dealt with them, which was good. The whole point of having this open slot on a Tuesday morning, which is working well. So came back here for about 12:30, had lunch, finished the afternoon, working at the desk upstairs, taking phone calls, dealing with emails. And then when I finished at 5, I had an opportunity to finish my creation. My lovely, lovely crocheted scarf is now finished. It's gorgeous, stylish, warm, which is very much needed on this cold evening. It's bright, blue, and still a bit of sunshine just on the rooftops, but it's cold. It's bloody cold. It's changed the weather. It's gone from being beautiful, hot spring sun to cold, wintry temperatures. I know, but I don't mind. It's fine. So yeah, all is good. All is good. We're relaxing this evening with a bit of TV, which is nice.
And yeah, everything's hunky-dory. Thank you very much. So work in the morning, my half day. Very, very short week. Thank you, Easter. It's lovely. So yeah, I'll see you very soon. I'll see you tomorrow for more chit-chat from me. Nothing spectacular to talk about this evening apart from this lovely, lovely, gorgeous teal creation and a welcome addition to my extensive scarf collection. So, bloody thank you. Take care. Hope you're okay. Hope you're doing well. And I'll see you for a proper old chat tomorrow. Take care. Toodaloo. Bye for now. Bye for now. Bye. Bye. Bye.
Morning. Morning. Good morning. Hello. Welcome. Bienvenue. So, it's Thursday. I didn't vlog yesterday because I wasn't in the mood. You know, I'm not always in a top-notch positive vibe. No, and yesterday was one of those days where I was feeling slightly stressed. Slightly. I mean, you know, let's get things in perspective. I wasn't running around the house tearing my hair out and screaming. Yeah? A few things happened that kind of stressed me out. And when I get stressed, I do sometimes get a little bit angry and shouty and fiery, but it's normally quite quick. I shout, I have my moment, and then I move on. But there were sort of several niggly things yesterday that got to me in a mild way, but I'm going to share them with you because sharing is caring. It is. So, I went to work in the morning because I needed to do some printing for somebody, for a member of the social care team, and send a piece of information to a customer. So I went in, did that, got that out of the way, came back home, potted around, did a few bits of housework. Then we had more bees coming down the chimney. It was only a couple, granted, but that kind of stressed me out because I thought, we're going to need to get the chimney swept. We can't do that at the moment because we're in lockdown. I don't want to invite anybody into the house. It's not fair. I know people need, you know, to do their jobs, but, you know, no, it's not a good idea. Then my neighbour, the neighbour I told you about, our neighbour, the one I told you about who was having work done on the patio, well, to my surprise, she had 2 visitors and they sat in their garden having drinks in the afternoon. These are not people that live with her. She lives alone. Hello? I was kind of flabbergasted. I really was. And I had to stop myself from throwing the window up and shouting, "What the do you think you're doing?" You know? I mean, you cannot tell if somebody has this virus in advance unless they're being tested. Unless they've got through it, been tested for the antibody blah, blah, blah. You just can't tell either way unless testing has occurred. So why are you allowed to have an afternoon's drinking session with friends in your garden and nobody else is? She's notching up a few things, really. So that annoyed me, to be honest. It really annoyed me. So then a blackbird flew into the kitchen window. We both heard this noise, this thud, and I said, what was that? And it's happened before. I kind of know that dull thud. A pigeon flew into this window last year. It was fine. I looked out and the blackbird is sat up on the patio, so I know it's not broken its neck. So I waited. It went off and hid between the pots, and its friend came down to check on it. And I put some seed out. I thought maybe they'd like something to eat. I don't know. And eventually it flew off. I didn't watch for it to fly off because by this point I was a little bit stressed, and things like that do stress me out. They stress both of us out. Yeah, just, no, I'm not going to go into the details of why it stresses me out. You all know I'm an animal lover. I may be a little bit hypersensitive about things like that. But I contained it and went with it, and, there's no sign of it this morning, and I've seen a couple of blackbirds flying around, so I think it's fine. It was just stunned. But, that kind of thing. Somebody said to me something like, and you want to go and live in the countryside? And it's like, yeah, I do. But I don't want to farm the land. I know that, things happen in nature. I'm aware of that. But I am super sensitive to things. And again, I wasn't running around the house crying and screaming. I'm 52 years of age. I know how to contain things before anybody starts. Anyway. So there you go, that was yesterday. So it was kind of one of those days where a number of things happen and you feel a little bit... But I've been out in the garden this morning and taken a few photographs which I will be sharing with you here on Planet Vegetaria. I want to say thank you, bloody thank you, for joining us last night for the quiz. It was super fun. And yeah, business as usual, really. No, it is. You can't complain, really. Can you? No. So there we are. Take care. Bye for now. I'm wearing a sarong. Bye for now. and relax. I hope you found that relaxing and enjoyable to put you in a nice, pleasant mood for the evening. Good. So, quick chat. Today has been a sort of birdie day, in a way. I think because I was concerned yesterday about the blackbird, I had to almost assure myself that the blackbird was okay. And it is. I've seen them together. There are several, and I've seen them all, and they're all fine. So, great. I'm so happy about that. So I had to spend some time with them. You get where I'm coming from. I had to sort of take some footage. I was almost monitoring the wildlife in the garden, making sure it was okay. But I'll tell you now, we saw something earlier which was really interesting. Didn't manage to get any footage of this, but you'll just have to believe me. Obviously, I'm not lying. I don't lie. I tell the truth all the time. No, I do. We were popping out. I needed to pop to the office to do my site checks and a little bit of printing for somebody. And as we were walking out, we were talking with a neighbour, and a neighbour said, "Oh, look, there's a kite." And we turned round and there were 2 kites, birds of prey, circling. 2. I've never seen that over this side. Maybe over the sort of parkland, much further over that way, but not over here. I did think to myself, magpies, you a little lower in the pecking order now, honeys. Be careful. Yeah. So that was really, really interesting. If I can get them on film, I will do. Yeah, amazing. So yeah, as I say, popped to work, did a little bit of work that needed to be done. It's my day off, but, you know, stuff needs to be done. So yeah, then came back, put together that video of the birds for you to enjoy. And that's taken me quite a long time, actually, because videoing birds is quite challenging. I find it quite exciting. Yes, I'm not the best videographer of the century and the best filmmaker. I'm not a professional, I'm an amateur. But I do enjoy it, so I hope you notice that. What else did I want to say? Yeah, that's what I want to say. Neighbour, washing patio all day with pressure washer. Noise, again. Really? Getting on my nerves. And another thing that got on my nerves, well, not got on my nerves, but something that annoyed me a little bit, and I just wanted to touch on it. There was a thread the other day here on Planet Vegetaria, and somebody made a comment about personal vlogs and how they're like over now. And it kind of sort of hit me, not in the wrong place, but in a place that sort of jarred. Let's put it that way. I'm trying to be nice because I don't want the person that wrote the comment to feel worried about it. But it kind of intimated that, you know, personal vlogs are now over and that YouTube is used mainly for educational stuff. And I thought about this and I reflected on what Paul and I do, both here on Planet Vegetaria, Facebook and YouTube. And everything we do is actually a personal vlog, because we're simply sharing our lives with you. That's it. Our aim isn't to run this as a business. Our aim isn't to become famous and, rich from this. Our aim isn't to have loads of merchandise and be running it like a full-time, money-making machine. Yeah, we'd like to have a bit of merchandise, but it's kind of fun. And I very much doubt we could make much money on it. And we don't make any money from YouTube, I can assure you. It's tiny, tiny amounts. We've had some lovely gifts from people, financial gifts, which is fantastic, and new computer will be coming soon once we're over the lockdown. Thank you, bloody thank you. But everything we do is personal. Paul's videos that he makes at the plot are about his personal growing journey. And yes, if some people learn stuff from it, then that's great. But it's about a personal journey. So this is a personal vlog. It's my daily thoughts about stuff. So, I don't agree that personal vlogs are over. I just don't agree with that. I think personal vlogs are very much what people do. And other people enjoy them. And I think education isn't necessarily about structured learning. People learn from each other in a myriad of different ways. Other people's experiences, sharing knowledge of those experiences and helping other people to go through stuff in life is educational. It's life. It's learning about life. We're all at different stages in our lives, A lot of people are much younger, a lot of people are much older. You gather new information, new ways of being as you move through those stages in life. And it's important to have people who can, say to you, don't worry, you'll get through this, or you've got a lot more to come. It's going to be like this, it's going to be like that. That is educational in itself. So I just wanted to touch on that because I kind of found it a little bit odd. Really. I thought it was an odd thing to say. I didn't feel it was any kind of personal attack on me, don't get me wrong. But when I read it, I thought, no, I don't agree with that. Do you agree with it? Do you think personal vlogs are over? Do you want me to continue? No, I'm serious. Let me know what you think. If you're enjoying this, then, let me know. If you're not, then I can reassess it. I think I know what the answer will be. But I'm just interested in that point of view. Plane going over. So lockdown has been continued for another 3 weeks. Hurrah! Frankly, it needs to, for as long as it can. Absolutely. Keep lovely London quiet. That's what I say. So anyway, have a good evening. Have a think about what I said. And take care of yourselves. Bye for now. Bye. Bloody thank you. Good morning. Welcome. It's about, what time is it? It's about 9:45. We slept quite heavily last night, and I not dreamt, because it's got no P in it, dreamt, that's better. Ooh, pardon me, toast, we've just had toast. I had Rose's lemon and lime marmalade. This is not a paid promotion, let's just make that clear. It was lovely. Yes, I dreamt of some weird things last night. Can't quite remember what they are. What is it, Paul?
I thought I'd say hello.
Oh God, you're not allowed to say it. I'm not looking like that. Paul, you'll frighten the viewers.
Are they there?
You'll frighten them. God, looking like something out of, I don't know what, thingy.
I'll let you get on
That
with it.
programme. What's that programme? With the scarecrow.
Wurzel Gummidge.
Wurzel Gummidge. That's what you look like.
I quite like being a Wurzel Gummidge.
I do apologise profusely for that interruption from my vlog. It's my vlog. Yeah, I dreamt really weird things. I can't quite remember. I can't quite recall. I'm trying to. There was one bit where I was accompanying this guy to this sort of computer nerve centre. That's all I can describe it as. There were computers and people operating machines, and I was with him. They just said, you've got to go along with him. I was almost like a bodyguard. It's never going to happen. Yeah, it was weird. Yeah, but I really felt as though I slept heavily. I'm still feeling tired. Not in a bad way, but just tired. I'll have some more tea. So, this morning, it's Friday, by the way. Yes, it is Friday. This morning, I'm going to be doing a photography project. One of the things I really enjoy, sorry, I'm having trouble getting my words out coherently this morning. One of the types of photography that I really do enjoy is macro photography, which is taking things really close up. I have a special macro lens. Is it here? Yes, it is. I have a special macro lens, which is a 60mm lens. And this enables you to close in on things that are quite small to capture detail. But it's quite a challenging field of photography. There are different methods that you can use. Because when you close in on something, you have to choose which part of it is going to be in focus if you're going in very, very close. Because very often you can't get all of it in focus. You can, but you have to think about the distance that it is from the lens. But if you're going in very, very close, there's a very narrow focal plane. So you have to choose artistically which bit you want to be in focus. And also, you have to use a light if you're doing it indoors, which I will be because it's very windy out there today. So doing macro photography in windy conditions is useless. So yeah, there's a couple of subjects, floral as Paul would say, that I'd like to have a go at. It's challenging because it takes time to really get it right and to get the composition looking good. So yeah, look out for some close-up photos later on today here on Planet Vegetaria. That's a Facebook group by Richard and Paul. Richard and Paul since 2017, that's contractual. So yeah, what are you doing? What creative things are you coming up with? I've got a few more ideas in the pipeline for creative projects that I want to do during lockdown. Yes, there are several house projects that need to be done as well. Yeah. But those are boring. I like fun things, creative things. So tell me what you're up to as well. What are you doing? What are you making? What are you eating? Take care. See you later. Bye for now. Good morning. Welcome to Saturday. Yes, it's the weekend. Not that it feels like the weekend, it just feels like everything's blurring into one now. Doesn't it? Yes, it does. Good. We don't mind that timelessness, that feeling of Christmas. It is. It's like eternal Christmas. You know, when everything sort of mushes together, all the days mush together, and nobody knows what they're doing, what they're eating, how much weight they put on. I don't know how much weight I put on. That rustling noise is Paul in the kitchen. He's making bread. He's making 2 loaves of bread today, a normal loaf of bread and a cheese and sun-dried tomato loaf. He's going to do photographs. I've asked him to. And yes, I'm wearing the same clothes as yesterday. I have showered. I showered after cutting my hair. Yes, I've got lockdown layers now. I'll show them to you in Sunday chat tomorrow. I'll wear my hair down tomorrow. But yes, you know, needs must. Well, actually, that's not true because I always cut my own hair. I don't go to the hairdressers ever since the woman that did it left the salon, which was about 10 years ago. No, I haven't. Haven't had my hair cut by anybody else in about 10 years. It's cheap, it's cheerful, it's risky, filled with danger. Because, you know, one wrong cut suddenly is shaving the whole head off. That has happened. Yeah. I once cut... I did, no, I once... Oh, God. Oh, sorry. I'm making myself laugh. Yeah. I once tried to... Yeah, sorry. This is a rare moment. I've just got the picture, the vision. I've got the vision of myself in my head when I had this accident whilst trying to thin my hair out. It was quite long and bushy, and I thought, I'm going to thin it out. I'm going to use the thinning scissors. Oh, stop. Sorry, I'm really sorry. Oh dear. And it literally looked like I took it a step too far. And with the light coming through, it was all sort of sticking out on end, and it literally looked like one of those trolls. And I thought, shit, I've really f***ed up. Oh, pardon me. I better bleep that out. And I had to shave the whole thing off. Yeah, which was fine. So I'm very careful now. Right, to serious matters now. So, Planet Vegetaria. I've actually removed a couple of posts because they were kind of veering away from really what we have on Planet Vegetaria. So don't be offended, but the problem is if I allow more of these sort of random posts to come in, the vibe of the group is going to start getting watered down. So, you know, the core essence of this group is about cooking, baking, growing, gardening, loveliness around animals. We don't accept anything that shows any kind of animal welfare issues. You know, home decor, a little bit of style. It's that kind of vibe. It's that homely vibe, you know. What we don't really tend to do is things like music videos or other people's vlogs. We may occasionally, link to other growing channels or cookery things occasionally, but not sort of other people's personal vlogs. We don't do that. The only personal vlogs that are going to appear on this group are mine, I think you'll find. So let's sort of keep it to the vibe. Yeah, I may occasionally let things through that are slightly off topic, but otherwise they will kind of be removed. Because, you know, if you want to share those kind of things with us, Richard and Paul is also available on Facebook. You know, you can share those things to our page. Yeah? We've got quite a few people that follow us there too. So that's a better idea. That's more of a Facebooky type vibe. But Planet Vegetaria, remember, is a private group. You are only allowed here by application. Yeah? And they are personally accepted by me and Paul. So let's just keep it that way. Otherwise, like I said before with the coronavirus posts, it just becomes another Facebook, another corner of Facebook. And that's not what we're aiming for. Is it, Paul? No. You see? So I'm being light about it. I'm not being shitty about it because there's no point, you know. I know people like stuff on Facebook that's sort of general, but not here. Not here. Thank you. Bloody thank you. So, what am I up to today? Today is Saturday and it's also chores day. So after I've finished with my social media stuff, it's on to a few chores. Oh no, before I backtrack. Photography, my photography website on Pickfair. Just so you're aware, they have temporarily taken away their commission, so everything's cheaper. And I've decided in line with that, in line with lockdown, I've decided to reduce my prices. So everything on there from now on, and these prices should click in today, everything is £10. So if you want to do digital downloads, you would only pay £10 per photo. And you can do digital downloads and use that download to get a printout on whatever other website you use to do prints. So just consider that. It's a lot cheaper now. So the price has dropped from being $18.60 per print with their commission down to £10. Lockdown special. Just for you. So take care, have a good day, enjoy whatever you are doing, get crafty, get cooking. What was that noise? There was a noise. Get cooking, get crafty, get gardening, get sewing, whatever you like to do and share it with us here. Yes, do it now. Take care, bloody thank you. Bye for now. Bye. I'm going now. I'm going to do chores.